So hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Here you can see we're taking delivery of my 2-litre Mercedes-Benz 190e. It's simple, elegant and full of character. Let's dive into why this classic still turns heads to this day. The Mercedes-Benz 190e 2-litre Cosworth, known as the Baby Benz, was Mercedes' answer to the BMW E30 M3. A proper German rivalry that dominated the DTM series of the 80s and 90s. Built with rock-solid engineering and a timeless style, it became an automotive icon, and now I get to own a piece of that history. Here's the catch: mine's a little different. It's not the fast one, nor is it the clean one, it's just a proper old-school project. This one's a smaller 2-litre model, however it is a non-runner, it's got its flaws, it's tired, it's rough, and it's definitely seen better days. This is the start of my journey to bring a forgotten classic back to life. So that's it, we just took delivery of his next project car, so let's jump inside, see if we've got any little surprises. So come on, let's go. Let's have a look, see what we've got then. We've got logbook, which is very rare from Copart. This car's older than me. This is 32 and a bit years old. He's had 4 keepers from brand new, which is pretty crazy really. Let's have a look what's in this door pocket. Got a Mercedes main dealer map. That's pretty cool, to be honest. Some form of bit of MOT test certificate. What's that? Another sales bit of paper. Touring guarantee. What to do in the event of an accident. Let's have a look what's in his book. Got an owner's manual. Look at that, 1993. I don't think there's any service books. Not exactly sure what that's for. All spark plugs. So, I guess somebody's tried to put some new spark plugs in it. It's not starting. What else we got? Exhaust mounting rubber. That's a heated window switch. I wonder if that's for up there. I reckon that's for there. Something else we've got to look at anyway. It's not often you see these anymore. Cigarette lighters. Does it work? Ugh. Look at that. Classic. So yeah, I mean, now we've had a little look round. Nothing mechanical as yet. We'll just see through any goodies for us. Rear bench has been lifted for some reason. I've also only got one key for it. It's an auto, 2-litre auto, Mercedes-Benz 190e. It's done a genuine 118,971 miles from brand new. 118,971 miles from brand new is pretty incredible. Does need a few bits, not gonna lie, it's not perfect, but that's what we're here for. First job we're gonna do is try and get it running. I bought this car as a non-runner, so I'm gonna disconnect the battery. We're gonna go get the battery tested. If it's faulty, we're going to pick a new battery up, stick the new battery on, we'll have a look at the spark plugs, we'll pull all the spark plugs out, see if they've been changed. Like I've just seen in there, these some old spark plugs. So I'm tipping they probably have been changed, but it's better just to have a look. Then we'll just try and fire her up. So let's make a start and let's get cracking with this 190e project. Took battery for testing. Turns out it only had 8 volts in it. So the guy couldn't test it to see if it were working or not, or see if it were any good, that battery. So what he told me to do is come back, charge it for at least 12 hours, either take it back for it testing again, or just put it on and try it. So I think we're just going to put it on and try it. Right, so that's the battery connected. Next up, we're going to drop these HT leads off. We're going to pull spark plugs out, check condition, make sure they are new spark plugs that's been put in it. We'll see what they're like, put them back in, and then we'll move on to taking air filter, having a look at plenum chamber, see if that's all nice and clean. So let's make a start, let's get these plugs out. This stat here is absolutely mind-blowing. 99.1% of you are not subscribed to the channel, so just hit that little button. It's absolutely free and I'll be able to keep bringing you more content just like this. So there we are, as you can see, it's definitely had some new spark plugs in. They're not very old at all. So my theory is correct, that's why there's old spark plugs in glove box. So I'm pretty happy with them. We can get them back in and then we'll move on to the next step. Right, now that's the spark plugs checked. I'm pretty happy with that, to be fair. So they're all back in. Now we're going to move on to airbox. We're going to take that out. We're going to look at filter. We're going to look at plenum chamber, see if that's any issues with why it's not starting. So let's get going. Yeah, my suspicions are correct. Somebody's definitely had a go at trying to fix it. So first off, we've come across some new spark plugs. Second of all, we've took airbox off, found maybe not brand new, but it's near as damn it new. So they've put a new air filter in, put new plugs in. So we're gonna have a look at this plenum chamber here. I'll show you in a sec. We're gonna get it clean, make sure it's working and functioning properly. Then we'll try and maybe get it a start and see what happens really. So we've given plenum chamber a quick clean. These sometimes get a bit stuck, but as you can see, it's moving down and coming back up freely. There were a bit of dirt and what have you around this seal, but I don't think that'd stop it. But anyway, we've given that a clean. I'm happy with the way it moves and it's moving freely. I've also just quickly cleaned airbox out so there's no little bits stuck in bottom of airbox. So let's try it, see what happens. Right, you join me in driver's seat, so it's basically a moment of truth. We're both going to find out together whether it runs or not, so let's put key in ignition, let's give it a try, see what happens. So right there, we nearly have it. It nearly started. It cranks, it fires, so we're getting fuel. We've got ignition, so we've got a spark. It's just not idling. On these, they have an idle control valve that sits underneath airbox. So I mean, put key in ignition, it cranked, it fired, so we know battery's good. We've got spark because it tried to fire. We're getting fuel because if we didn't have fuel, it wouldn't even try and start. So I think all we've got left to do is try the idle control valve underneath airbox, and fingers crossed, I reckon she's going to start. So let's have a look at that. Come on. So to remove his airbox, we'll just pull the intake pipe off front. There's a bolt on right hand side. There's two bolts on left hand side. Then we need to unplug air temperature sensor off front and remove his crankcase breather hose. And it's just a case of pulling airbox off. So that's his airbox removed. And further investigation, I reckon we need a new crankcase breather hose because somebody's taped that on. But just at back here, we've got his crankcase breather, which goes into his airbox, goes onto this pipe here, and this here, this is his idle control valve. It works on like a vacuum, so we'll unplug that sensor, we'll unplug this, and then there's a pipe just underneath this sensor what we need to get to, but I think I need to get to it from underneath this engine and get my arm all the way to back to pull that pipe off. So I'll stick a quick time lapse on. We'll whip this out, then we'll get it clean and we'll get it all back together. So this is it. This is his idle control valve. What I do think's causing some of the issues. It's just a valve. So inside, let me just show you there. If you can just see, there's a little like flap. I'm going to try that, see if that's a bit stuck. Then I'm going to get some brake cleaner, clean it all out, because over time these do carbon up a little bit. So I'm going to clean it out, get it all back on, and hopefully this will fix the starting issue. So let's do it. Right, so we've got it all cleaned up. I'll show you that valve in a sec. I think it's that side. So when you put a screwdriver in there, can't quite see. There you go. It's supposed to move freely, and if you get a shake, I think you can hear it on camera, but it sounds a lot freer than when I took it off. So let's get this stuck back in, and we'll go for a first start once again, see if she fires up. That's his idle control valve, all situated back where it needed to be. Rubbers were pretty stiff. They definitely come out a lot easier than it went back in, so I just got some multi-lube on rubbers. All we've got left to do is get this breather hose back on top here, get his electrical plug back in, we'll build all his airbox back on, and then let's go for a start. It's got to work this time, because that's the only thing it can, because it weren't idling and it wanted to start. So let's hopefully that is a fix for us. Right, so that's his valve all back in place. Now it's just a case of putting airbox back in, we'll stick his air filter back in, we'll put his intake pipe back on, we'll not forget to plug his air temperature sensor back in, then we'll just give one final look over before we put key in ignition and try and start it again. Not quite sure, but it's typical German engineering. To hold this airbox lid on, there's 8 clips and 4 bolts, but that's how they wanted to do it then, so be it. So before we start it, I'm just going to do one final check, because I've not checked see if we've actually got any oil in it. That don't look like it's been changed very long. That don't look really old, that oil, so they've definitely had a go at trying to fix this. So got oil, check coolant. We've got some coolant, but it is a little bit low, but that's not going to stop it from starting. Got oil, got coolant, got a new battery on, it's definitely got new spark plugs in. We've got his plenum chamber cleaned, we've cleaned his idle control valve, it's got a new air filter in it. So let's get ready, let's try and start it. Right, so we know we've got spark from the spark plugs because it tried to fire. We know we've got fuel getting there because it tried to fire. We know his plenum chamber's clean because we've cleaned it. We know it's got a new air filter in it. We've put the original fuel pump relay back in. We've also cleaned his idle control valve. So, let's go for first start. Fuel pump prime. Come on! She runs. So it must have been that idle control valve, because she's running absolutely perfect. Bought it as a non-runner, she's now running. So if getting this car running doesn't deserve a like and subscribe, I'm not quite sure what will. But please hit that like button on this video, hit that subscribe button on my channel as well, because we have got a lot planned for this 190e. So if you like these cars or you're interested in this rebuild, please hit that subscribe button, because then I can keep bringing you more content just like this for everybody to enjoy. So please hit that button. Right, so today's the day. We're going to have a ride to my friend's garage. So this is going to be the first drive in Merc. I mean, we got it running. I'm not sure how it's going to perform on road. Like I said, this is the first time I'm driving it, so you're coming along with me to drive it. It's a bit rubbish weather, so Hopefully wipers work. Let's see if she turns on for the first time again. Oh, windscreen wiper works. Revving a little bit high. Strange, very strange. I think we should put his armrest down. I think. There we go. Look at that. Seat belt works. Wipers work. Back window's a bit steamed. So let's go. Select it into drive. Handbrake off. We're moving. That's it, we're moving. Awesome. Not sure what gear changes are like. Like I say, this is the first time I've drove it. So I'm hoping sound quality is good enough for you because I've not got my microphone plugged in. First off, we're just going to listen for any knocks, bangs, little rattles, sign of indication of any suspension issues. I mean, it seems to be driving fine at the minute. Brakes are not the best. The brakes are definitely not the best, so that is one thing we're going to look at, I think. Putting some new disc and pads on because I'm not sure how long it's been stood. See if she changes gear in Autobot. Perfect. Shifting gears. It's driving straight. Can't hear any strange noises, any weird knocks or bangs or... I think we're good. It's only a couple of miles to my friend's garage, probably 2 miles maximum, so it's not a massively long drive, but a drive's a drive, I guess. After picking it up as a non-runner as well, getting it dropped off as a non-runner, I think it's pretty cool. Windscreen wipers work, so which is also a bonus. Oh, and washers work. It's not the best quality windscreen wiper, if I'm honest, but it does work. Oh. These brakes are terrible. Brakes are absolutely shocking. I think we might replace discs and pads, and for the sake of what it's worth, put some new brake fluid in it. Get a full brake fluid flush as well. It'll not hurt it. I'm not really sure how long this brake fluid's been in or if it's ever been changed, but brakes are really, really spongy. Really spongy. Heaters work. Heaters work. Yeah, I mean, to say this car's 32 and a bit years old, it drives surprisingly well. I'm baffled how well it actually drives. Other than the obvious, which is brakes are not great. Everything else seems fine. Indicators work, and rear windows demisted. Yeah. When we're getting it to my friend's garage, we're just going to get it on ramp because it definitely needs a bit of welding. Not sure how much welding, but we might possibly whip wheels off, have a look at these brake discs, see how bad they actually are, and just have a general nosy underneath, see what quality is like, see if there's anything that's unfixable. Fingers crossed everything's fixable, because that's what we're here for. So up to a minute we've done 2.3 miles and it's drove fine. We've got oil pressure, we're just creeping up to temperature now, so fingers crossed it also doesn't overheat. So we're just pulling up to my friend's garage now. It's done. The journey's 2.7 miles, so it's drove perfect for 2.7 miles. I know that's not a massive achievement, but like I said, we picked it up as a non-runner, so to get it running and to drive it nearly 3 miles without no issues, I think that's pretty good. So I'm just pulling up. I'll check in with you all guys shortly. So as I said, we're going to put it up in air, but issues we come across, which you'll see shortly in this video, is the reason why we decided to put it on the MOT inspection bay instead. Yeah, so rear jacking point's pretty perished.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit perished.
It don't seem to have gone down into sill though, at least, which is bonus. It's a bit nasty like it.
So this is driver's side rear jacking point, which has had a previous repair, but we've just checked it over. It's all solid. Wish we could say the same for passenger side, but that's one job we're going to have to fix. So looking at back brake pipes, it's had axle ones replaced. It's on a single brake line system, so it comes to a T-piece here for back axle, but the front to back pipe looks perished there, look, so that might need replacing. So it looks like previous owners had some coilovers fitted, because you can see adjuster there. It's got some red springs on, and yeah, so it's definitely had some work under here before that one. Well, it don't look great, but it's definitely on some sort of suspension upgrade. So yeah, it's got coilovers all around. It's got adjustable coilovers on front as well, so whether we leave them on, I'm not quite sure. Right, so we've done his inspection in pit. There's only a few issues really, there's not too many. I've got a list because I'll probably forget them anyway. Needs offside front and near side front brake pipe, front to rear brake pipe, both front wheel bearings. There's some slight planing, but I think they're just tapered wheel bearings anyway. As you've seen in video, it needs near side rear jacking point welding as well. Needs an offside tyre and brakes all round, but other than that, Lewis has said it's pretty good for what it is. So on that note, I'll leave this video here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.